Hello, everyone, and welcome to VOD of Consciousness with Sientir. I am Sientir, and today we're leaving from here. This is the Kodesh Bazaar. It's, I think, a really cool-looking location. There's Sergeant Bullrob? Interesting name. But is it Fort Highlands that I want? No, it's the other portal. Okay, so never mind. We need to go more this direction. There's an elite skill that I want to go capture. And that elite skill is over that way, maybe? Yeah, that portal over there. The skill itself is called Wastrel's Collapse, as I recall. But anyway, so you might notice I have some sort of build going on here, and I wanted to try this to see how it worked. But Beguiling Haze is not particularly exciting with what I'm doing. 15 energy is a lot, and I was like, I wonder if there's just like... I was more like, I kind of want an elite skill that is just... like a shadow step with a short recharge and not a huge energy cost and things like that. And as it turns out, Wastrel's Collapse is just that. So that's got somebody here doing pit. And there's probably, that's some sort of self-insert character sort of thing. But anyway, this is a kind of cool zone because it's nighttime here. They don't have time of day in this game, just some zones are night. It's not common. Riverside Province mission is nighttime as well. But anyway, so I'm going to go capture Wastrel's Collapse, so that way I'm not bringing a overpriced skill for what I'm trying to get out of it in the form of Wastrel's Collapse. Unfortunately, the map that I was looking at for where it's at is from an outpost I do not have on this character, which is, needless to say, a bit awkward. So I'm not sure. Let me take one moment to... okay, looks like it might be more this direction. Not really sure where I'm looking. I don't know this zone super well. I'd like this Marganite hunt, though. Actually, while I'm here, I should be changing my title to the Lightbringer title. Well of Silence. Let's get out of this. I've been playing actually a lot of Guild Wars 2 lately. And because I wanted to... Well, first of all, I've been watching Wooden Potatoes' Let's Play of it, which has gotten me reinterested in the narrative. But more than that, it's... I wanted to see how it is, because there's a lot of criticism that I've leveled the game over time. And I wanted to, I guess, for lack of a better phrase... Okay, can I get this? No, this map is just tiny. Okay. Okay, it looks like I need to go down towards where that ancient spore collector is. So let's just go kind of this way. But I've been playing a lot of... So my sense of where the controls are for this game is a little bit wonky. I have found that it's a bit better than I remember it in terms of the gameplay. But the other thing that I'm finding is that it's in this very awkward spot for me, where I want it to be somewhere... I guess the right way to say it is somewhere closer to an action game. I feel like that's what it's trying to be. And that's unfortunate in that I think that it could be so much better if it kind of... It's just awkwardly in between stuff for me, is the thing. I do find that this combination is working really well, incidentally. Of skills... Oh, wait, no. I have... Well, sorry. All of the Bone Fiends are causing the whirling defenses to flip a bunch of damage. I'm going to lower my volume a little bit. I don't know exactly what impact that has on you, but it Well, I usually have this about 50 for these. I cannot. Okay, I don't know. I don't know how that guy's in a rock, but somehow he is in a rock. But what's going on? It's just got these small little things that add up. It's just not quite working for me. And it's unfortunate. I don't know, it's one of those things where as I've been thinking about it, I want it to play more like an action game, more like a game with a controller, more like, frankly, Shadow of War or Dark Souls or something along those lines. And what I'm finding my frustration to be largely is that it feels... what is this? The next text user... Cool. Like, it's providing a lot of energy. This is a 5 energy chant. But this discounts it by 5. So it's just like raw value. It just gains me 6 energy and sets everything on fire, which is, you know, a nice added benefit. But anyway. Yeah, my problem is I'm so far ahead of my allies that that wasn't triggering properly. This is definitely nuanced to do, positionally speaking. But yeah, so I keep wanting it to be a little bit more active, I guess, in terms of like, it's this really weird spot where it feels like if it had been born raw instead of coming from the Guild Wars pedigree, it could be better. Because I feel like the Guild Wars pedigree isn't good for it. Okay, so that's just the Corn and Bounty again. So the outpost is like over here, by the way. So I might just go all the way over there afterwards and pick it up, because why not? So there's... Yeah, Jarimaya the Unmerciful. That's who I am looking for. There's a monk around here. Ooh, gold cane. Oh, the Margonite cleric. Okay. I use that because it inflicts a little daze for a couple seconds. It's not great, but a couple seconds of daze might be all I need to make that guy take downable. Take downable. What a phrase. What a phrase. Okay. Okay, so down over this way looks... Well, does this go down over here? Yeah, it does. But anyway, because I was thinking a lot about how like the trait systems and the combat and everything work, and it feels like when I compare it to Shadow of War, and the reason why I'm comparing it to Shadow of War is twofold. The first reason is Shadow of War has a lot of complexity to it. There's a lot of sort of stuff that's in similar spaces to like the traits, for example. And that similarity is kind of what I'm keying off of for kind of my thought, as it were, on this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and capture Wastrel's Collapse. So you'll see both 20-second recharge, but this is 5 energy. Which is significantly better for the energy throughput that I have as a dagger-wielding I am blind. But, like, there's a lot about the game where, as I'm playing it and thinking about the design and stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, well, it kind of works this way, I see. But that makes me kind of want it to be able to kind of go further on that path, and, like, I feel like coming from Guild Wars 1 is probably a disservice to the game, weirdly. Whereas if it had kind of gone more raw, it would have been able to be at a slightly more compelling place. I mean, that might sound like a weird thing to say to some people, and I can definitely appreciate that there might be people who really like that, the system that it uses. I find it to be okay, but kind of awkward and not the most engaging. Okay, well, I guess my inventory is full. That happens when you have 6 slots open, because the rest are full of random stuff. I need to do something about that, but that is not the direction I want to go, I don't think. No. I want to go this way to the bridge. I'm just going over to Yolan Haven. Might as well close that because I got that boss, though. We're doing fine on time. It's been... I'm recording this earlier than I usually do because I have kind of a busy... Usually I record these on Thursday, the week prior, but I've got a busy Thursday coming up, so I'm actually recording this on Tuesday. So I have absolutely no idea what people thought of the longer episode. It's just not come out yet. Not that I get many comments in the first place anyway, but... Anyway. It's neither here nor there. And we're gonna hit up this Vabian Scout, and the outpost is like over that way, so... Let's go up here. Neither direction is particularly great. But it's like, it's this weird spot in between Guild Wars 1 and something like what Shadow of War is doing. Because again, Shadow of War, you have skills and you effectively like trait them to make them do different things, and it just, there's so many similarities in some of the concepts that it really feels like Shadow of War is the more action-oriented version. Obviously, I've had some rubber banding. That's right, my inventory is full, whatever. We can still grab this gold. That Shadow of War is, like I said, the more action-oriented version of what it's trying to be. And the other thing that I really have no idea about, I'm not in a position to see how mounts are, but the world is so big that to some extent you spend half your time trying to get where you're going because it's so huge. It's kind of one of those weird things where I actually have found that when something says they have a big world map, that doesn't actually mean that I'm likely to like it more. I'm likely to find navigating it to be kind of tedious. It's one of those things that's just kind of an interesting observation, as it were. I'm gonna grab the wood planks because they're probably more useful. I've had a lot of those not complete. Yeah, I feel like this build wants one more like cheap chant or shout. Nope, need to go after this guy. Don't remember exactly how I use Confessor's Orders, but whatever. And I'll probably be talking about it throughout things today because I've just been thinking about it a lot. I've been thinking about how I'd like the control scheme to be more of a controller-based control scheme, one that would work well on a controller. Because I think that is the sort of gameplay that they're trying to accomplish with it. I think it would work well. That sort of thing. And I think that, like, having less of a skill bar type structure, where it's more, here are the categories of skills rather than specific, and like how the weapons behave and stuff like that, would function better for what that game is trying to be. Okay, random beast stuff. And I don't know. I want to like the game, and I'm at a spot where I like it more than I used to. But there's a lot in it that feels like understanding the path to even getting somewhere is difficult. I strongly dislike the crafting system in Guild Wars 2. I feel that it is overwrought and tedious, with no real benefit or upside. Here's Yahnur Market, which is the outpost I was trying to get to. And I'm not sure what I'm supposed to gain from having such a complicated system. Wastrel's Collapse is indeed the skill I wanted. No, not Villainy of Galrath ++. There's a couple of other elite skills I wanted to go grab, so I'm going to probably wrap up the episode here and take care of my inventory off screen and go to where I'm going to need to go for the next one. So, until next time, everyone, take care. Bye-bye.